What's up? This is Open Mic Media. Thank you for following me. I would like to say this is my first briefing, and I have two mics at the podium.
Good afternoon. I'm Major Frank Thomas, Clayton County Police Department. As y'all know, we started an investigation yesterday in reference to Ramon, Jett, RJ, went missing from the residence he was staying at with his family. Clayton County Police, along with our numerous partners, Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services, Clayton County Sheriff's Office, Spalding County Sheriff's Office, Fayette County Sheriff's Office, City of Jonesboro, City of Morrow, and numerous civilians went searching for RJ. We employed drones, helicopters, dive teams, in order to find him. Being that he was autistic, we had some struggles. He also had a little bit of time from the time that they noticed him missing to the time that we were able to be on scene. We worked last night till a little after midnight with the help of DNR as well. They were able to come out with a boat and help us, but we had to call it off last night due to the darkness and not being able to find anything at the time. We resumed this morning again at promptly at 6 a.m. At approximately 9:12, we had a visual sighting in the pond, which we were afraid of. At 9:20, we confirmed it was RJ, and then removed him from said pond, unfortunately. We're deeply heartbroken about it. We don't like to see that, but we did the best we could and try to bring him back to his family.
How far is this pond from the location where he's missing?
I'd say probably about 125 yards, maybe.
Now, you said you guys received the call that he was missing a little later. Could you tell us the timeline of when that was?
From my understanding, the timeline, he went missing around 12, and I think around 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when we were notified. I think, the family was doing their due diligence search, trying to find him first, and then notifying us immediately.
You guys had a lot of resources out there. I mean, it wasn't just Clayton County. I think we saw some Jonesboro, Riverdale. Can you talk a little bit more about those resources and the importance of having all of that?
Oh, absolutely. It's very important to us as an agency and as a county to use everything we can, and the ones that want to come help us. Outlying county, Spalding County, Fayette County, they came to Clayton to help us. They had, bloodhound dogs that we don't have, but they were willing to bring their resources. Actually, Troop County was on the way with a different resource this morning to help us. And it's vital for the community. It's what we have to do. And just as well, Clayton County will volunteer our resources to our neighboring counties and cities to help them in times of need.
In addition to the support from other police departments, there's been so much support from the community. This story has really touched a lot of people's hearts. What did it mean to you as a department to see such an outpouring, and I'm sure lots of tips as well?
Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of citizens coming up helping. They were bringing the officers water, trying to keep them hydrated as well so they can keep on searching. It means a lot to us. The police department and law enforcement is just an extension of the community, because we all live in the communities as well, So we're glad to be out there with our fellow citizens.
You mentioned the water, but it's an incredibly hot day.
Yes.
What were the efforts done to keep the rescue people productive?
Try to keep them in the shade as much as we can and hydrate. We try to feed them as much water. We had the Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services air light truck out there yesterday, just giving guys bottles of water, Gatorade, anything to keep them hydrated.
How important is it, especially when you're dealing with a child that's autistic and nonverbal, the behavior to call you guys right away, to get your resources out there?
I would have preferred that families call us immediately, because the sooner you call us, it takes us just a little bit of time to get our resources out there, but the sooner the better. We always want a happy outcome. Don't always get that, but that's what we would like.
A couple questions just to ask is, do you expect any charges from this?
No.
And is there an official autopsy being done on the body? Do you have a cause of death?
So we don't have a cause of death yet. Clayton County Medical Examiner came out, and they were transferring RJ to the GBI Crime Lab.
Is there an ongoing criminal investigation then?
I can't say at this time.
I know that you guys were out yesterday, looking around water. You may have this answer, you may not. You guys believe the body maybe floated up later on?
So what led us to the water yesterday was The Bloodhounds from Fayette County, they led us to that water line. We went out there, put our dive team in, but of course I think we started that, it was 8 something at night and it was getting dark pretty quick, and that's when DNR came out and started to help us drag the bottom of the pond to hopefully locate something. Then this morning is when we found him, and it was a little ways away from where we were initially dragging and where the Bloodhounds took us.
Was he submerged completely? Like what
No.
was the? He was floating.
Yes.
I mean, I know that this isn't the ideal outcome, but at least to provide some closure.
Absolutely. It provided closure for the family.
Without discussing the criminal investigation or whatever investigation may be going on, to what extent was this preventable?
A lot of things.
Situations like this.
Well, this not being RJ's regular residence, according to the mom, at their residence, they have other safety measures in place. You know, higher locks versus the standard, you know, normal door handle we all have. She said they actually have higher locks on their doors, which keeps this from happening. So it is preventable. You know, sometimes just watching them a little bit closer is preventable.
How hard was this for your team, being out there and obviously dealing with the child that's so sensitive?
It was difficult for our team. We do have the resources taking care of them right now. You know, we do peer support. We have our chaplains here to take care of them, to give them any help they need. But it weighs on everybody. You know, most officers are parents, even grandparents like myself. So, you know, we have kids.
Have you talked to the family about what kind of person RJ was?
Hold on a second. I couldn't hear you for that.
Have you talked to the family about what kind of person RJ was?
I didn't get into much detail with mom.
Just if you could go over it again, you talked about the boat back in the water this morning at 6 o'clock. And who exactly was it? Clayton County Police on the boat or DNR?
We didn't put the boat back in this morning. I was in contact with DNR about maybe possibly bringing it back out. We put the divers in first. They were actually doing a shore search, looking again, and they saw an object, and the drone unit came in, flew above the object, and was able to identify from there. And then the dive team went in, swam to where it was, brought him back to shore. All right. Thank y'all.